Okay, welcome back. I don't really feel into this today, but I committed myself to making a video a week for a while so I could learn the practice, start to get more comfortable with it, and indeed I am feeling more comfortable. I'm getting a better idea of what tools I have available to me. But, when I made this channel, I didn't really want it to be about just just a revision of GURPS 4th edition. That's what I've been doing a lot. But that's kind of what's on my mind right now, and it's a large project, so it's something that's easy to kind of sink time into. But if I'm going to build the identity of a channel, I'm building the identity of a GURPS revision channel, or at least a role-playing revision channel. And I'd like to share my own thoughts, my own creations, but I also don't want to be premature in how I share my creations because they're mine, and I still feel ownership to them, and I don't want to just give them away without having an opportunity to package it up and to make something of it. I don't see how I could make a career doing creative things if I just keep giving all my creativity away for free. That's a lot of what I do with this channel, and I'd rather give it away and then be it out in the world than not exist at all. But again, I'd like to be able to sustain myself with this. So what do? I had in my thought to compare a couple things from different role-playing games, because there's a lot of similarities between a lot of systems, and I tend to like the more mechanically, do I want to say mechanically developed? Is that the right word? Anyway, the more structured games, like GURPS, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Shadowrun, that kind of thing. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to kind of explore that kind of space, but I'm not really quite sure what to talk about. My thought was to talk about, I did this whole revision of range and range penalties in GURPS and scale, and I had a thought of looking at how other role-playing systems treat that same subject. And I basically have 4 examples that I'd like to explore there. But I'm not quite sure this is the video to do it. I need to pull my thoughts together and do a little bit more preparation for that first. And I don't have a lot of time to do preparation. I don't have a lot of time to think about this, which is why a lot of my videos are kind of me thinking through the process as I do it. So, anyway, I'm curious how you go about on your creative journey. I feel very kind of trapped in my world and my life. I have a good job. I have a steady job. It's a job that I enjoy. It's not a job that's intrinsically fulfilling to me, but it provides me some support, and which I really need for myself and for my family. But I'm curious about, for other people who are in my place or who could see themselves in this place, practicing a little bit of empathy, how do you go about your creative journey and build it into something that's not only meaningful to you, but something that you can share in a meaningful way? And who's your audience for that? Who's your ideal audience for that? I like my audience to be broad and wide, but I don't really know how to build that following, except just to kind of do this and put in the reps. So I'm thinking I might, sometime in the next couple months, maybe cut these videos down to once every other week and put the same amount of time in, but hopefully put more thought and care and polish into these videos. I think I'm ready to kind of evolve my process, but I don't feel like I have the time right now to evolve my process, so I need to invent more time, which means delaying the product, or by producing half the product with the same amount of work. So I'm getting a drop in efficiency, hopefully for a much greater gain in quality. So there's a trade-off there that I'm balancing and trying to make. Anyway, that's kind of where my thought is today. Yeah, and I think we'll just call that there. I hope your creative journey is treating you well. Let me know how it's going in the comments. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.